Hello again, and welcome to another episode of NRG This Week. I'm the host of NRG This Week, Leon Thomas, and I'm joined by NRG CEO and President Mike Weiner, and a special guest. Mike, how you doing? Tell me how's it going, and go ahead and introduce your guest.
I am doing great, Leon. How are you? I've got a great member today from the Erie, PA area in the Pittsburgh group, Jeff Cly. He's been a great member since he joined, and you had said bring on a special guest, and all the way from Pittsburgh is Jeff. Really excited to have him here with us today.
Jeff, good morning. How's it going?
Good morning, Leon. I'm well. How are you?
Good. Now, Mike said you're from Pittsburgh. What's up with that? I used to live in Pittsburgh. Tell me your Pittsburgh connections. I bet we know some people.
Well, everybody is my Pittsburgh connection. From Pittsburgh to Erie, I live everywhere in between those two spots. So over my lifetime. So my wife's from Pittsburgh in the North Hills. Lots of relationships there, all the way up to Erie.
Yeah. So now you said your wife is from where in Pittsburgh?
She's from the North Hills of Pittsburgh.
North Hills. Okay. All right. So check out my Pittsburgh connection. I went to college at Robert Morris.
Okay.
Out in Moon Township. Now, Robert Morris is in Moon Township, and as you know, there's some weird names of townships and all up there. I went to college in Moon, dated a girl from Plum who lived in Cranberry.
Oh.
Right? Figure that out, right? And I coached basketball at Northgate High School, Montour High School, Rochester High School, and Quigley Catholic. So I think Mike did some research on us and figured out it would be great to bring us together on a show. I think that's what happened, Mike. Is that what went on?
The detective and NRG, we went deep. We went way into Leon's roots, and we said, where is this guy from, and who would match up with him the best? And I decided it was Jeff.
I like it. So Jeff, tell us about your business.
Well, the business name is Fastest Feedback, and what we do, or what we specialize in, is finding out what customers, clients, even employees truly think about businesses. If you want to know what your business looks like from the customer standpoint, we find that out, and we do so at a very high rate. As I've told Mike many times, most of our customers that try this on their own get around a 1% to 3% response rate from their customers. We get over 50% of them to respond. And if you have a brick and mortar, they'll be responding while they're still in your business. So they're actually looking right at it, still experiencing it, and then give you honest, anonymous feedback.
Well, great. And how long you've been doing this?
We're still really new, just a little over a year now.
Okay. And now when you say feedback, sounds like is it some type of an electronic survey, an online survey? Is that how it's done, or is it more paper pencil when you say it's immediate?
It's immediate. People use their smartphones to scan QR codes or touch links that will be available to them when they're in that place, and they can spend 60 seconds answering the questions that the business owners want to know from them. And the business owners will get that instant feedback, but it's also anonymous. So it's really honest. Customers don't have to worry about being nice or offending anybody. They can just tell the business owner truly what they think.
Okay. And if folks want to learn more about it or contact you, the website is right there. That's fastestfeedback.com. And let's bring Mike back in. So Mike, tell me this. How did you meet Jeff? Tell me about the connection the two of you've had, and how and then Jeff, I'd like to hear from you about how NRG has helped you.
Leon, I met Jeff through Jay Berry, who I met a couple of years ago on LinkedIn. Jay Berry runs my Lancaster group, and apparently Jay and Jeff had reached each other. Jeff came to an NRG meeting in Lancaster. Jay sent me his contact information. I called Jeff, and by the time I called Jeff, which was literally a couple hours after the Lancaster meeting, I think he had already ROI'd his $500. We had a great conversation. It was amazing because I felt a connection with him right away. We just got along well. I asked my normal 3 questions, and you know what? He said, "I'm in. Let's go. How do I join?" He came aboard officially, and what's great about Jeff is he's been to a lot of meetings. He's brought a lot of visitors. He's always sharing everything with us. But through Jay Barry, who I've known in NRG, and I met Jay totally cold on LinkedIn years ago, and that's the power of networking. We met, Jay and I hit it off, and then Jay brought Jeff to me, and Jeff has been a sponsor of the last extravaganza and the one coming up. Just an overall team player. I mean, fits into NRG very well, and that's why I wanted to invite him here today.
And Jeff, go ahead and tell us about your recollection of when you first met Mike and how NRG has helped you.
Well, Jay Barry is my sales director, and I asked him where he got a lot of his lead sourcing from, and he had mentioned the meeting, and he said, "You should come to a meeting." And I said, "Okay, I will." And he said, "Be ready. Mike is high energy, and these meetings are fun." And he was correct. Mike is high energy, and the meetings were fun. Um, they said, "Hey, you'll get at least 3 referrals on your first visit." I went in, and people couldn't help themselves. Mike gave me 3 himself. Other people were chipping in. I walked out of there with a bag full of referrals. They were very good referrals. And a few hours later, when Mike and I talked, I had already basically realized $500 worth of leads, and I thought that it was a no-brainer. So I joined, and I liked it so much that I tell people that I'm close to about it. If people are doing business and they're trying to source leads, I always ask them, "Why don't you come to an NRG meeting? You're going to get personalized, firsthand leads that are easy to convert." And anybody who's looking to expand their business, this is absolutely a spot that you should be.
And so you come to the first meeting, you walk away with a bunch of leads, you make phone calls or emails, text messages, whatever, and folks start booking. And now it sounds like you've become an NRG ambassador.
Yeah, through no incentive. Mike does offer incentives, and he helps people, bring people in, but my incentive is bringing in great people to help network, bring more referrals. There have been a few people who I've brought in, and the more that I bring in, the more referrals I get from them, the more often I get to chat with them. I have an excuse to be with them. So it is very advantageous for me in a selfish way to bring more good people into NRG to meet Mike, to network with us, because it's a very good group.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Mike, tell me one more thing in regards to Jeff and his business. You mentioned that you met him through another connection, and you talked about somewhat of the importance of networking. Go ahead and talk some more about that, about how important that type of networking is. You met Jeff through someone else that you knew through social media for years and all that. Go ahead and talk about that some.
Yeah, you know what? I met Jay. I was just reaching out to people on LinkedIn with large influences and big spheres of people, and I probably reached out to about 50 or 60 people that day. And the whole effort, the whole day was worth it because I met Jay Barry. And I remember Jay and I having a conversation. We talked like an hour, and he had been through networking groups. When Jay came to his first meeting, when we were meeting live in the old days before COVID, he came to Harrisburg, and he wasn't expecting anything, and he walked out with 9 referrals, and he came aboard immediately. But the power of every single connection is unbelievably, it's amazing, because I never would have met Jeff. And by the way, I want to give Jeff kudos. There was a meeting, Leon, in Pittsburgh that he had 3 visitors there the same week. 2 of them joined. The third one will be joining once she moves to Pittsburgh. But that is not easy to do, to have 3 visitors the same week. I've been doing this a long time. That really had not happened. We just had someone with 4 recently too. But kudos to Jeff for really getting the networking and understanding that networking is going to grow his business. But Jay Barry led to Jeff, and Leon, one connection to the next. That's networking for you at its purest.
Right on, indeed. And Jeff, let's one more time go ahead and tell everyone how they can get in touch with you if they want to learn more about your business or find out how your business can help them.
You can stop in at fastestfeedback.com, or you can email me at info@fastestfeedback.com, and we'll be happy to help you get clients' views of your business and help you in any way that we can.
All right, great. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for being a guest here on NRG this week. And Mike, you have some events coming up real soon here with NRG. Tell us about those.
We do. At the end of the week, wrapping up the month of April, Friday, April 29th, John Waller, who recently joined from Albuquerque, New Mexico, he is going to be speaking about a very important subject, a very important technology, CRMs. How are you tracking all your prospects? John is going to do this from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday, April 29th. And you know what? A third of the year is done, Leon. If you're not tracking your referrals and, if it's just all over the place, John is going to address that. He's become an expansion director as well and, building business all around the country. So definitely jump on. It'll be on the website, nrg.online. For more information, we'll have it all over Facebook and LinkedIn. But you do not want to miss John at the end of the week, Friday, April 29th, 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern. And we definitely look forward to seeing you there. And you can ask John any questions that you want about CRMs.
All right, great. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for being here again. Jeff, great to meet you. Thanks for being a part of NRG this week. I'm Leon Thomas. That's Jeff Clyde. To find more about his business, go to fastestfeedback.com. Again, that's fastestfeedback.com. Mike Weiner is president and CEO of Network Referral Group. That's nrg.online. And I'm Leon Thomas. Find more about my organization at theleonthomasgroup.com. Thanks for watching NRG this week. And Mike, one more thing. In regards to NRG, if someone wants to attend a meeting, get introduced to someone at NRG, tell us, how do they do that?
You know what? They can go to nrg.online. They can reach me on my email at mike@networkreferralgroup.com. And my cell number, and I'll repeat it twice, it's 443-756-9656, 443-756-9656. Leon, we have one other thing I wanted to say real quick. After 23 years, NRG prospects can now register to join NRG on the website. My young sons finally, after about 50 hours, they figured it all out, and we had our first 2 members this week join online. So that's something brand new. I'm very excited about that with the growth, and I'll have some new things we'll talk about next week. But nrg.online is, they come to the meeting, they can now go there and register and get an email confirming it. And it's just amazing that what technology is doing. And the young kids, Leon, they were born with a cell phone and a CRM management system, I think.
All right, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Good stuff. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jeff. I'm Leon Thomas. Thanks for watching NRG this week. Here we go.